Obviously, Rosslare Europort is a serious bone of contention for people in Wexford in the sense that it's owned, controlled and managed by CIE, makes €2.5 million profit per annum and has been effectively sucked out of it every year to subsidise other parts of Road Air, and I appreciate that's not your area or under your department. But certainly one of the benefits of CIE effectively abandoning that port and using it as, if you like, as a cash cow is that there is actually space down there for the OPW and for the Department of Agriculture to put into place the necessary buildings and works down there. And I understand from the OPW that they are looking at potential sites down there. I know from Wexford County Council it hasn't gotten to the stage of a planning application yet, but I think it would be very important that for Rosslare Europort to effectively start to reach its potential, that these facilities with the Department of Agriculture, with Customs and with Gardaí, that they are put in place, because in the instance of a hard Brexit in particular, there will be mayhem down in Rosslare Europort for our roll-on, roll-off trucks if these facilities aren't there. I
appreciate the point and some of the history which I wasn't familiar with in respect of Rosslare. But I mean, obviously the infrastructure required is significant in the context of a border control post, from inspection bays for trucks, parking for trucks, dedicated areas for live animals, public offices, etc. So a lot of the detailed planning in that context is ongoing by the Office of Public Works in the context of the overall government approach to the infrastructure required to deal with Brexit. Traffic management, planning applications, all of that detail, the staff requirements, the IT systems are all a part of the Brexit preparations, and I suppose evidence that, you know, notwithstanding how effective we prosecute our negotiations with the UK in the context of their departure, the arrangements that we currently have are far better than any arrangements that will replace them in the context of the impact they'll have on trade, as evidenced by the infrastructure requirements, the cost of that, and how that will impact on business. But plans are well advanced, Deputy.
Final question.
Thank you, Minister. As you will know, 80% of goods by volume to the continent across the UK land bridge, and speaking with a lot of the road hauliers, obviously their concern is even if that land bridge was left open via customs checks, tolls, or even the fact that many of their drivers are not, or they may be Polish or Romanian drivers, that there will be, even if there's not actual technical block to them going over the UK land bridge, it simply may become uneconomical. So obviously the development of Rosslare Europort for direct links to the continent will become very important. There was a surprising reported statement from the head of Rosslare Europort there to the Wexford County Council recently, where they said that effectively the government's policy is not to invest in ports. I hope he's been misquoted in that in the local paper, because it would be quite a shocking statement but it would be interesting to get clarified. But again, that's not your department.
I can certainly say that substantial financial provision has been made in my own department in the context of Brexit planning for infrastructure, staff, IT systems, etc. And it's inevitable that some of that investment will be in port infrastructure. A lot of it will be through the OPW as well. So I suspect that maybe, but I mean, I don't want to draw conclusions on what other people have said. The land bridge issue is really important for us to access the rest of the European Union markets. But I think it's equally important to reflect on the fact that we are the land bridge. We are the land bridge through which the UK exports a lot of its products that are destined for Northern Ireland. And I think it is important to acknowledge the signalled intention of the UK to remain in the Common Transit Convention, which would enable us to continue to access the European Union markets via the UK land bridge. And that's really important for all sectors of the economy, but particularly so for the agri-food side.